What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another, let's call it super performance, just because of the score. And we won. We won 4-0. We scored 10 goals in two Coppa Italia games. We scored, I think, about like 25% of our goals this season in the Coppa Italia, and we only played two Coppa Italia games, which is madness. I think it's about 25. It must be 25, something like that. So that's crazy. That's actually unbelievable. It's unbelievable that Milik got a hat trick because of the things were not going his way. And he said pre-game, I know I'm not scoring. I'm gonna change that. And well, he did. And yeah, man, like I tweeted out, like, these players are starting to believe that they really are those guys that can actually win something, when last season you were looking at them and you're like, man, what is this? So we will go into the game. Before we do that, set the goal like for this video at 100 likes. So let's push. Now hit that like button now. Let's push to 100 likes because it really does help the channel. And let's get straight into what was an eventful game. Okay, so semifinals against Lazio now, away and home. We play first away at home, excuse me, which is it's not that fun in my opinion, but it is what it is. We talk about this game, and I thought it was gonna be a more tougher game in the end. I did expect that, and based on, let's say, the first, I don't know, even like up to the 2-0 basically, I was looking at that game and I was like, technically this is bad from Milik and Kostic. Like, they were messing up so much, and I was like, nah, not today. Like, you cannot have this type of performance that today. One, well, had that type of performance, but that's for the player ratings. The other one turned it around, and that's Milik. You know, that penalty. I think everybody remembers that penalty against Bologna last season. That got erased, so he got his confidence goal, which he needed because he really was kind of struggling in front of goal, or like just, we won 6-0 last season. He played like 75 minutes and he was never mentioned in the box. You know, I think that one was kind of iffy in terms of, like, he felt that one, and that's why he said pre-game, I'm gonna change it. I feel it, and he puts that away. And I think after that, the confidence kind of grew for him in front of goal, like getting into the box. That second goal, like that Milik, that McKennie cross, I can still not believe. Like, I can still not believe the crosses McKennie put in. That's what I've always been talking about. I'm like, I appreciate the work rate, but the quality on the ball needs to be better. And today, like, he had a lot of quality on the ball. He had some time, but still, he needed to pick out those passes. And that was a great assist. 2-0, and it was game over by then. You know, it was game over because I was a bit worried about those first 25 minutes with Frosinone, because they were getting into space, not in the box, but in and around the box, around the box, excuse me. And I was like, come on, yeah, close them down a bit more. But when that 2-0 went in, I was like, yeah, it's over. It's curtains. It's done. We're gonna win this game. I don't know by how much, but we're gonna win this game. And it should have been more. It should have been more. But again, like, that third goal, that was that was good from Locatelli. Like, the press, like the game in general, like the intensity again. You know, to win the ball back, to not step back, to push on, to get another goal and another goal. I'm I have a theory why that's not translating in the league, but, and it's because of personnel in the team. That's one, but that cannot be why the difference between Coppa Italia and the league, excuse me, is so big. I know there's different pressure and whatever, but still, like, the difference is so big that I'm looking at it and I'm like, come on, like, it shouldn't be that big. The difference should not be that massive. Basically, it is, and it's a bit worrying to me. However, like, the attitude was on point again today. It was on point and it was good. From that second goal, technically we picked it up because, like I said, the first 25 minutes, technically we were making a lot of errors. It got better after that 2-0, but overall, that was just, we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. The positive vibe is rolling through this team. Like, you can see it. Like, if McKennie, like, that 4 goal on Yildiz, that pass was crazy. That finish was crazy, but that pass was unbelievable. And not once but twice did did McKennie do that in a game, and I've not seen it at all this season. Basically, like yes, a cross, just a simple cross, but not like that. And that's what he needs to get better in, because yes, the work rate is good, but we still need some quality out there. We absolutely do. And today he provided that quality. I will do my player ratings. They will drop tomorrow. I know people will ask, what about Samardzic news? I'm going to do a live in a couple of hours, so stay tuned for that or rewatch that. But the player ratings will be out no matter what tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as well, because it's tough to pick one player of the match, because everybody's going to say Milik, but McKennie played extremely well. I thought Miretti was brilliant as well. Not up to those, maybe. However, I still need to think who's going to be my man of the match. But just in general, 400 game for Allegri, 4-0, like not much more to ask unless let's play the Coppa Italia every single week, basically, because it seems like we can perform at a different level. And yes, it's Sanitana and it's Frosinone, but we play Sanitana on the weekend. We played Frosinone a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't like this, not to this extent, This is different, and I cannot. Again, players, fine, but the mindset, I'm not sure why it's not the same mindset in the league. Because like I said so many times, we have qualities in this team not to be the 2000, like not to be the dynasty we were a couple of years ago, basically. However, there's quality enough to do much better in possession. There is. Like, there really, really is. And I don't know if it's just about personnel. I think it's a big factor, but mindset as well. But you cannot really complain after tonight. We did what we had to do ahead of Sassuolo. Everybody looks fit. What about Chiesa? Maybe he will be back. Rabiot will be back for Sassuolo. So all good for now. And you just keep building that positive momentum ahead of March, where we do play the biggest game probably of the season. If we win out until that game and Inter wins out to that game, that's a big, big game. So we need to keep this going. We need to keep this momentum, like feel-good factor in this team, because we're going to need it until the end. We really are going to need it until the end. But these players, they are starting to believe. Like, even the players you might be a bit skeptical about, even they're popping up now and contributing and chipping in. That makes you think, you know what? Maybe they are mentally strong enough to pull this until the end, basically, to drag this thing out until the end. Will they win it? Will they get it done? Who knows? However, what they have been showing that this season so far is quite impressive. Like, if you go back to the start of the season, nobody would have imagined this. Basically, it was an expectation, but I was still very skeptical. I'm like, I expect this for you to do this with the team. However, do I really believe it? Who knows? Probably not, if I'm being honest. They are proving a lot of people, me included, wrong in terms of consistency. No matter if the performance is good or not good, but consistency and grinding it out, believing in it, and actually looking like a team, because we did not look like a team the last 2 years prior to this. We looked all over the place, on the pitch, off the pitch, but also on the pitch. And this time it feels different. So enjoy it for now, I guess. Enjoy it until it lasts. Hopefully it doesn't end ever. However, semifinals and Sassuolo on Tuesday. Like I said, go for this video, 100 likes. So get those likes up, hit that like button. Thanks everybody for doing it. Live show in a couple of hours on Samardzic. Play ratings tomorrow. Post breakdown live tomorrow, and probably a daily, because I'm expecting some new info on Samardzic as well tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you. Ciao.